Live from Pinckney, Michigan, it's Love and Peace. What's happening right now with Denise? Today is November 11th, Veterans Day, and I just want to shout out to all the veterans. You know, past ones, the ones that are serving now. I mean, what a job they have done and do, and I'm so glad. My son was going to go in the service, and he tried to get in, and somehow he didn't get in, and I know that was God looking out for him, so I'm so glad he didn't. You know, I grew up in the hippie era and knew Vietnam veterans who, you know, died from Agent Orange, you know, and that's another video I'm going to do on Monsanto, who created that horrible stuff that still, I mean, they're the most hated company in the world. But anyway, I want to shout out to my husband. He's a Vietnam vet. In fact, I married 3 Vietnam vets. It's insane. But anyway, I want to shout out to them. And today, this is my my critique on the Wendy Williams Show today. Just love her. And I was on Facebook before the show came on because it's probably aired other areas earlier than where I get it. I live about an hour out of Detroit, and we get it at noon here. So I was reading some of the posts on her Facebook page and saying how hard Wendy was on Portia. And so anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start going through, you know, things that were said today. Of course, I got to read off my teleprompter. It's my notes. So let's get started. First of all, you know, last week, you know, everybody's talking about Tom Cruise on the talk shows, on the Entertainment Tonight, OMG, Insider, all those. You know, who cares what Tom Cruise is doing? You know, all these stars are just like you and I, you know, except they act. So we all got to know what they're no different than you and I. They have the same problems. They have the same crap in their lives. You know, look at all of us out here doing all these different jobs. We have a lot of crap and stuff going on too, but you know, you guys don't hear about it. We're all the same. And as far as Tom Cruise not seeing his daughter for a couple months, we don't really know all the facts. You can't read everything. You can't believe everything that's put out there. And so he didn't see his daughter for a couple months. And even if that's true, you know, it's none of our business. Who cares? You know, I'm sure he's a good dad when he's around, but, you know, a lot of men, they feel like, you know, when the kid is with the mother, they just feel like, okay, you know, the kid's being taken care of. I know the kid's safe, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I've been through this in my personal life. And so they, you know, they don't feel as bad not being there. So if he did or he didn't do it, who cares? And as far as him suing those magazines, you know, in some ways I don't blame him because, you know, it does get so tiresome, people writing things that aren't true. Nobody really knows anybody's life. You know, I've had people judge me. I ran a community cable station out here for years, and I had people judging me because I was on there all the time. They knew nothing about me, really, you know, but, you know, anyway, I don't care what you do or what you say. You know, opinions, everybody's going to have them about you, and they're going to, you know, there's going to be negative stuff. So, and you know what? It's none of our business what anybody says about us. So, I don't know. I sort of think it's cool that Tom's suing him. And as far as, you know, Tom Cruise, you know, he became a star. He got married. He got divorced. He adopted a couple kids. And he got married again. And he jumped on Oprah's couch. And he was in love. And he married a girl that was a lot younger than him. And the Scientology thing. You know, that's always a shaky little thing. Nobody really knows quite about the Scientology. Everybody thinks it's a cult. I mean, you know, unless we've been in it, we don't really know. You know, and I think when you marry somebody or you get somebody that's a lot younger or a lot older, it doesn't always last because you know, every 10 years you're in different modes. You know, think about it when you're 20 versus you're 30. Think about how you were. You're so different every 10 years. So, you know, who cares? And then Miley, I thought Miley's boots were fabulous. Her outfit was sort of slutty. But yeah, she can wear it, and it's her choice, you know, to go the slutty route. That's what she wants to do. As far as, you know, Wendy thinks, you know, it's fine. I just think you can be a little classier, you know, than what she's being. But, Miley's Miley, and she's going to do what she wants, but I loved her boots. My God, I could buy a pair of shoes every day. And I'm glad, Wendy, that you cook. I've heard you talk, about you cook all the time on the show, and I just think it's great. More moms need to get back to cooking, and cooking real food, and teaching their kids where food comes from, and healthy food, organic food. I cook too, so I think that was great. And lamb is the most eaten meat in the whole world. I love lamb too. In fact, I just bought a lamb from a local farmer here. She raised it organically, and that's how you need to buy your food. You need to buy them from local farmers markets, community-supported agriculture gardens, and eat, clean food. And that's we're going to get into that later anyway. But anyway, Wendy, kudos to you for cooking. As far as the Atlanta housewives, Candy, yeah, I don't know. We don't know anything about this Todd. Yeah, your mom is a little over the top, outspoken about, I can see your concern because, no matter what, your mothers, and you're always concerned about your kids. I think, I sort of agreed with Wendy. Joyce is a little too over the top, and she needs to calm that down because, after all, Candy is a grown woman, and she can make her own decisions. And, you watch your own kids make mistakes. You can't keep them from making all the mistakes. You can't. And a lot of times you just got to keep your big fat mouth shut because otherwise you drive your kids away. And where I'm at right now is, excuse me, I have grandkids, and so I don't want to piss my daughter off too much, or I won't be able to see my grandkids. So anyway, you really got to watch what you say. But sometimes you do got to say something because you are the mother. All right? And Kenya is just ego driven, and she's immature, and I agree with Wendy there. No one's going to want her. She's just too crazy. Okay? So, she needs to get some therapy. And Cynthia's beautiful, and the fibroid thing, Cynthia, I would go for, trying to get some natural remedies to get rid of those fibroids. Some homeopathic medicine, some herbs, because you can heal that, and with diet, you don't need to be cut on. Nobody needs to get cut on. This cut on thing is ridiculous. And as far as Peter, I think he's sort of a dick, so, I don't know. Woo! To you, Wendy. And Brooke, and Charlie Sheen and Denise, the poor kids. What the hell? She's been in rehab 20 years. You know what? It's a choice. It's a choice to stay sober. There's so much help out there nowadays. There's just no freaking excuse why not to stay sober, especially if you have kids. Look at the damage she's doing to their psyche, to their emotions. All she's doing is setting them up to be just like her and Charlie. There's so much information out there nowadays, and so much free therapy on the internet. Watch Oprah, watch Anya. I never can say her freaking name. Iyanla, Fix My Life. And what about the addiction show, Intervention? Oh my God, it's free therapy. It's the same stuff they teach you in Al-Anon and AA. So quit choosing to be addicted. Addicted people are just selfish. They're manipulators. They're liars, and they get to where nobody can trust them. They ruin all trust and everything. So, kudos again to Denise for taking them for a while. It's just hard. And let's see. And you ladies, when you're picking a man, especially these younger girls, when you're picking a man, you need to see how a man treats his mother. If I would have known this, if I would have known to think this, oh my God, my first husband, he treated his mother horribly. He talked to her horribly. He was a spoiled brat. He was just spoiled. He treated her horrible. And I should have known, how he treated his mother, that he was going to be a horrible husband, and he was. And when you spoil a kid, they're spoiled for life. You ruined them for life. So when you're looking for a man, see how he treats his mother. And then also, if he does have kids, see what kind of father he is. Because he's showing you how he really is. And if he's not good in those areas, I mean excellent, get rid of him. Unless you want him for just I call them get by guys or get by girls. These are guys or girls that get you by, little booty, whatever little dinner, little conversation, whatever, until the right one comes along. So just use them as a get by guy. And then also, don't get with them. Don't get in a serious relationship with them. Don't settle down with them if they have less than you. I mean, my mom used to always say, you can marry a broke one just as easy as a rich one. So, I'm not saying money's everything, because it's not. You can have a lot of money. I mean, look at these stars. They have loads of money. And, their lives are all screwed up. So, just don't get jiggy with any man that has less than you. Okay, and let's see. I agree with Wendy, on the no kids, under 30. I mean, I totally agree with that. And tattoos, people are just out of control with these freaking tattoos. To tattoo your whole body up. First of all, your skin's your biggest organ. Everything you put on there absorbs in within seconds. What's the ink doing when it's absorbing in to your body, into your organs? What do you think? I mean, what do you think? If you want to get a little tiny tattoo on your ankle or in the back of your neck or that's fine. But these people that tattoo their whole bodies and they're just completely tattooed, I don't know. I just think they're gross, and I think that they look rough, dirty, when you got all them tattoos. And the Kardashians, I don't care. I love the Kardashians. I love them. And Wendy, how you cut Chris down all the time. I don't agree with you there. So what if she's the momager? If I was young and starting in as a model and starting into the industry or whatever, I would want my mom help guide me too. Plus, who better to guide you? You can trust your mom, most of them. I mean, not everybody has a good mom, but she seems really trustworthy. And she really seems like she loves her girls. And I just think she does a great job. And so, I just don't agree with you there, Wendy. I mean, I think, and then when they're older, when the kids get older and they want to branch off and they want to get a different manager so they can go back to, because it is a hard thing to balance, being the mom manager, being the mom, they can break away and do their own thing. But I think Chris does a great job. I love all the Kardashians. Here's a shout out to you, Chloe. I hope you're, getting it together with Lamar. I mean, I've been with addicted people and it's horrible. So I think you're handling it really well. What I just saw last night. Chris Brown, listen, Chris Brown he probably grew up as a fatherless son. And I'm not saying that as an excuse, but when a kid doesn't have a parent, a father or a mother in their life, it really leaves a big hole in their heart. And then they, if they don't deal with that hurt, it affects their whole life. And again, watch the segments on the fatherless sons and the fatherless daughters Oprah had on with TD Shakes and and Yanla and all kinds of people. I mean, again, it's free therapy. Come on, get yourself fixed, acknowledge what's wrong, let it go, heal yourself, and grow up. And Portia's boots. Oh my God, Portia, your boots were hotter than hell. I loved your boots. My God, girl. And yeah, you do seem a little spoiled. I agree with Wendy. I don't think Wendy was too hard on Portia at all. Wendy's honest. She says it like it is. She didn't really say it disrespectful, what she said when she thought Portia wasn't being too smart, because sometimes we're not. And sometimes, we need somebody to say, hey, And I think her mom has spoiled her. That her husband spoiled her. And yeah, I agree. She should be out on her own. 30, 31, whatever. Get out on your own. Get your own place. And I love Portia's motto: no regrets, lessons learned. So she's learning. Carry on. And anyway, coming live from Pinckney, that is what's happening right now with Denise. And I hope you guys all have a great day today, great Veterans Day. If you see any, give them a hug. love, and peace. That's what's happening right now with Denise.